Hi guys, welcome to my channel Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what does the person on your mind like about you. So you can watch this video for your current partner, for somebody who has, let's say, expressed interest in you and you're curious to know what is it about you that they liked. So you can see an image on your screen right now. You've got three options to choose from. Feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all your options, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hello group 1, if you guys chose the first image, let's find out using the oracles to begin with. What is it about you that the person on your mind likes? So the cards that came out for you guys are growth, butterfly, which says be ready to transform with wisdom. Then we have the thinking woman, and we have change. All right. So, first things first, you in your entirety, when the person on your mind looks at you or when they are close to you, around you, they get that fluttery feeling, like what we usually say, oh, I got butterflies in my stomach. So they get butterflies in their stomach when you're close to them or when you're talking to them, or let's say when very unintentionally, even let's say if your hands graze theirs, it just sets them off. They really like it. So physical touch, your touch, I feel, is one of the first things that is coming across rather strongly that they really like about you. It's, oh, my lights just flickered. So yeah, the response that, the feelings, you can say, that get ignited within them when you touch them, that is what they really like, because it just seems to be growing. With the growth card over here, whether this is your current partner, whether this is some crush situation, or somebody who has expressed interest in you, their feelings for you just seem to be growing day by day by day. One of the other things that the person on your mind likes about you is how ambitious you are, how driven you are, how goal oriented you are. And coupled with the thinking woman card over here, it's very evident that the way you are the way you go about your business, the way you go about your work, your ethics, your professionalism, the way you deal with the situation at hand, all of it screams the fact that you are a driven person. And even if it is something that, let's say, you do from your home, let's say that if you're a small business owner or something like that, that too they admire. So it's not like you necessarily don't have to be a corporate employee for them to admire how passionate or how driven you are about your work. Whatever it is that you do for a living, they are aware of it and they really admire it, the dedication that you put behind it, how you treat it like a child, how much you nurture it, how much of your your sweat, your tears, your patience, all of that goes into it. So that is something that they really like about you. Your intellect and your wisdom is another thing that the person on your mind really likes about you. It's very clear over here with the thinking woman card that you might be one of those people who listen more and talk less, who respond rather than react. So these two qualities as well are what make you very dear to this person on your mind. You might have introduced them to something, because for a few of you, I'm getting this very specific message that they have already created a core memory with you. Whether it was you introducing them to a book that changed their life, or introducing them to a genre of music or a particular song that changed their life forever, something like that. So there is some core memory involving you giving them something or telling them about something which turned out to be absolutely transformational for them. So that's another reason why they feel so connected to you and why they like you. There's also something about how your thought process is so different from the rest of the people. You do not have a herd mentality, group one. You like to do your own thing. You like to stick to your own plan of action. You like to act according to your own will instead of, just blindly following what other people around you are doing. So, this uniqueness of yours, the fact that you can think for yourself, is another thing that the person on your mind really likes. I also feel like group one, you might not be an easy person to keep up with because your personality might be very dynamic. So it's almost as if, they spent 1 week doing a lot of research and a lot of homework about you. And then once they come to impress you, they find out that by this time you've already developed new interests and new likes, and you're talking about new things. And I feel like this excitement that comes along with you, the fact that they have to always be on their toes to keep up with you, they like this. They like how you, in a way, you can say, keep up with the times, how you are so well aware of everything that's happening around you in the world, locally, internationally. You know it all. In fact, you might be a little miss or Mr. Know It All. So, and the thing is that because we have this green energy over here, despite being so knowledgeable, despite being so wise, group one, you guys are very humble, you're very grounded people. So it's not like you rub your wisdom on other people's faces. You're not the kind of person who'll be like, actually, that's not how it is. This is how it's supposed to be done. You're not one of those people. And this is another thing that makes you so admirable to this individual that you're taking the reading for. Okay, let me see anything else. You might be one of those people, group one, you either have an aesthetic that you always stick to when it comes to dressing up, or you might be somebody who experiments with their style, with their dressing sense a lot. So, different styles, different colors, experimenting with different types of jewelry, even whatever it is. So, there's something about your style sense that's coming across very strongly, and which is another quality that the person on your mind really likes. If you have, and this is a specific message, but if you have curly or wavy hair, they really like that. If there's something vintagey about the way that you dress up, that's another thing that the person on your mind really likes. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. So we have the Two of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Wands, and we have the Five of Cups. All right. If this individual has had the opportunity of being close to you, or if they have spent enough time with you, another thing that I can see over here that they really like about you, they find it very cute, you can say actually, is the fact that although you are so knowledgeable and you're so wise and all of that, but when it comes to small decisions like things such as what should I wear, what should I order to eat, which movie should I watch, should I order popcorn or not, things like that, these little decisions you find it so difficult to make. And it makes you very endearing to them. In fact, I feel like the minute you get lost in this little decision making, they just, they leave everything that they're doing and they just sit down to admire you, the way your expressions go from, confused and just troubled. They like that, like not in a sadistic way, oh, I like the fact that group one is so troubled, but like I said, they find it very amusing, they find it very cute. There's something about your voice that's coming across group one. So they really, really love your voice. You don't necessarily have to be a singer for them to love your voice. It's just the way that you speak. Maybe there are certain words where you lay emphasis, or maybe you're the kind of person, which I feel like a lot of people are. So maybe you're in that category as well, group one, that when you get excited about something, your pitch changes. You start talking in a higher pitch. So that is another thing that the person on your mind really likes. Also, when you get excited about something, you start talking very fast, you start talking very rapidly, and thankfully they're able to understand everything. They might ask you to slow down, they might tell you, to say that again, repeat it again, I couldn't understand it, but they did. It's just that they I feel like this can be somebody who can be a little bit of a tease at times, because they like all of these things about you. They like to get a repeat show out of all of this. But yeah, basically, when you get excited and then when you start talking, they really like that. They love your voice. If you sing, if you are a singer, or if you are a writer, if you write poetry or prose or whatever else it is, they really like that as well. Basically, whatever talents you possess, group 1, the person on your mind really likes that. With the Two of Wands over here, I feel like you might be the kind of person, group 1, who tries to bridge gaps, who tries to bridge the differences that are there between you and somebody else. And they have seen you personally, they've been around, it seems, when you have gone out of your way to bridge those differences between you and somebody else. So, for example, let's say that you and the person on your mind were taking a stroll somewhere, and you saw somebody by the side of the street who was hungry, who was poor. So, and a lot of people were seeing that person, but nobody was stopping or offering them food or money or anything else. But even though there was a lot of traffic on the road, you did not mind that at all. Maybe you guys were running late for something, you did not mind that either. And you went to that person and you gave them money, you bought them food, or you gave them food, something like that. So they've basically, and this was just a little example, but they've basically seen you go out of your way to help people and to bridge differences like that. In fact, if this is a work setting, they've seen you being very kind to all the newcomers. But the fact that you're not high-headed, the fact that you have that empathy, you have that sensitivity to you, is something that this person really likes. And lastly, with the Five of Cups over here, this again is linking to some of the things that they find very cute about you, group 1, is when you start sulking for no rhyme or reason. The issue might be extremely petty, and I absolutely do not mean it in a gaslighting way. Even you, I'm sure, might be having a fair idea by this time what is it exactly that I'm talking about. You maybe sometimes have a habit of sulking, like pouting your lips and making a face and throwing a little tantrum here and there. You might feel like it causes inconvenience to them. It doesn't. They really, really like it. So each time your lips curl up in a little pout, or you start sulking, or you're like, no, go ahead, go without me, I won't tag along, and this and that, whatever else it is, whenever basically you display a pretty staged fit of anger which just comes and goes, they really like that. And I do feel like they enjoy making it up to you. They enjoy getting you out of that sulky phase, doing things to put a smile back on your face. But overall, when you slip into this pattern of, okay, now I am annoyed, and you're gonna have to do everything that you can to, you will have to convince me to do the thing that you want me to do, because I've decided I won't. So that sulky face, the indecisiveness that kicks in at times. So I'm not surprised, like I said in the beginning, that you make them feel things that they've never ever felt before, and it's just growing and growing and growing. So yeah, this person is all over you, group 1, without a doubt. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello group 2, if you guys chose the second image, let's take a look at your oracle cards first to find out what is it about you that the person on your mind really likes. So the cards that came out for you guys are Comfort, then we have Sheep, which says act with fortitude and cooperation, Hostilities, and Patience. Alright. So first things first, group 2, especially if this is somebody that you're friends with at the moment, or somebody who often gets a chance to be very close to you, to hang out with you, if this is your current partner or a crush situation, whatever it is. With Comfort over here and Sheep, one of the first things that's coming across is the way you make people feel. You make people feel very appreciated. You make people feel very welcome. Like, you're definitely not a meanie, you're not a bully. You're the kind of person whom people like to open up to. You're the kind of person in front of whom people have zero issues dropping down all their inhibitions and being vulnerable. They know that they can talk to you about anything under the sun, and you will not judge them. So this warmth and this friendliness and this compassionate energy which you exude is something that the person on your mind really, really likes about you. Because with the presence of comfort, and when I see these little uh, buds over here, looks like buds, it seems like the person on your mind is not somebody who usually talks a lot, like, or even if they do talk a lot, there definitely are aspects of their life that they don't necessarily talk about, or definitely don't talk about them with just about anyone. But when it comes to you and the way you make them feel, how you make them feel safe, and how you make them feel like it's okay for them, even if they want to talk about all of those things with you, is what they really, really appreciate. So I feel like, of all the people that this individual speaks to, you are the only one who has the maximum information about them, especially about their personal life. Nobody else knows all of the details or all of the backstories and all of the things which you know. And it's because they never felt comfortable enough to tell all of those things to other people. But because you made them feel safe, you made them feel seen, you made them feel heard, that is why they shared all of those things with you. Your hugs are like a warm, comforting blanket. Maybe you give really nice bear hugs. I know we have a sheep over here, but that's what I heard, that you might give very good bear hugs. So that is what the person on your mind really likes. In general, you might have noticed that they really love hugging you. And it is because, like I said, the way that it really uplifts their energy, it boosts their mood. It's like a painkiller, is another thing that I just heard. And you might be one of those people, group 2, whose body is usually always warm. Your touch is usually always warm. um, that might be another reason why they like hugging you so much. Another interesting thing that is coming across with the contrast of sheep and hostilities over here is that, although usually you're a very staying in my lane kind of a person, but when it comes to giving it back to people who mess with you or those close to you unnecessarily, you don't mind putting on the armor. You don't mind giving it right back. You don't mind putting up a good fight. So, you seem to be somebody who is able to make that switch very seamlessly. Now, I'm not saying that you're meek, I'm not saying that you are powerless. You are the kind of person who will stay quiet, stay happy, stay in their own zone, stay in their own lane until provoked. Because if somebody provokes you, or if somebody tries to mess with you unnecessarily, like I said, then they get to see a completely different side of yours, which is very fierce, which can be very brutal, it can be very cutthroat, and they like that. I mean, you might think that it will come as a shocker to them, and so they might not appreciate it, but they really do. The fact that you that is the fact that you're not a pushover, the fact that you do not allow anybody to take undue advantage um, of your warmth, the fact that you do not let anybody cross your boundaries, or, like I said, treat you like a doormat and just do as they feel and say what they feel. So that's what they like. The fact that you have the ability to stand up for yourself, and the fact that you have the ability to stand up for those who matter to you, is something that the person on your mind really, really appreciates. Additionally, with the presence of the patience card over here and hostilities, I'm getting another message which is very specific. So first, I'll give you the general message. The general message over here is that by nature you might be somebody who's very patient, somebody who's very soft spoken, so they really like that about you. And now, the specific message that I was getting is that the person on your mind might be somebody who was born and raised in a family where the environment was very disruptive, it was very chaotic, or they could have grown up in a neighborhood which was very hostile. It was one of those risky neighborhoods. And growing up, they did not have any peace or comfort around them. But when they met you, or when you came in their life, that is when they got to fully immerse themselves in that soothing experience. So the fact that your presence is able to calm them down, the fact that it is because of you that they know that virtues like patience do exist in today's world till date, is something that they greatly admire and like. Okay, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. So we have the Devil, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Cups. Alright, so with the Devil and the Knight of Cups, it does feel like you can be a bit of a tease at times, group 2, which they absolutely have. I mean, they have zero issues with it, to be honest. They like the fact that you tease them at times. They love the way in which you flirt. They love the way in which you make it seem like you don't know what you're doing when you are fully aware of the effect that you or your actions or your touch is having on them. It drives them crazy. It drives them wild with passion for you. And so they really like it. In general, with the Ace of Pentacles over here and the Devil card, they think that you are extremely, extremely attractive. I don't think there's anything about your looks which they don't like, whether it is your dressing sense, whether it is um, your smell, whether it is the way that you do your makeup, your hair, your jewelry, or even if you don't do any of those things, even if you like to keep it simple and keep it comfy, whatever it is, whatever your aesthetic is, they absolutely love it. In fact, with the presence of the Knight of Cups over here, along with the Devil, I feel like group 2, you might be one of those people who are a deadly combo of cute and sexy both. Like you can choose when to be what. So the fact that you are this beautiful amalgamation of both the things, cuteness and sexiness, they really like that. Apart from that, and this is again a very specific message, the way that you seduce them, they really like it. I mean, nobody can turn them on like you can, and they don't want to get turned on by anybody else, because with the Ace of Pentacles over here, very clearly, it's just you for them. You're the only one in their orbit, you're the only one for them. With the Two of Pentacles over here, you also seem to be somebody who's very carefree, somebody who lives in their own world, somebody who doesn't really like to take unnecessary stress. And they appreciate that. They love how you manage to slow down the pace of your life and enjoy it fully without getting too lost in the rat race that's happening all around. The fact that you have confidence in yourself, that you have what it takes and you will get to wherever it is that you want to go. You don't necessarily have to get yourself involved in hustle culture and all of that. So they really like it. There's also something about your inner child that's coming across very strongly, group 2. You might be the kind of people who still are in touch with their inner child. There still is this innocence to you, there still is this sense of purity to you. You still have the ability to seek joy in the simplest and the smallest of things. And the fact that you still look at things with rose tinted glasses, and the fact that you still have that sense of wonder, that sense of excitement, you've managed to retain it in these in the times that we live in, is something that both baffles them as well as captivates them when it comes to you. With the Ace of Pentacles over here and the Two of Pentacles, if they were in a competition with somebody else to win you over, like if there were 2 3 people who were interested in you and you got to choose and you chose them, I feel like it's like a lifelong debt sort of for them. They're so grateful that you chose them, because with the Devil over here, they know how crazy people can get when it comes to you. They might be more aware actually about this as compared to you. They might know a lot of people who like you, a lot of people who have a crush on you, but the fact that you reciprocated their feelings, the fact that you chose them, is something that they are not only very grateful for, but something that they really appreciate and like about you. Because with the Knight of Cups over here, they could have been a little slow in their approach towards you. Other people could have just come, tried to conquer, and leave. Nothing, of course, worked out. You might also be somebody who's very good with children, group 2, another message that's coming across. And they might have seen you interact with kids. If this is your spouse and you guys have kids together, or even if this isn't your spouse but you guys have kids together, the way that you are as a parent, that is something that they absolutely love. They love how you are as a parent. And if you're not a parent, then, like I said, just in general, the way you deal with kids, how you become a kid yourself when you are around kids, that is something that they really like. All right, group 2. So these are all the messages that I have for you right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. If you guys chose the third image, let's find out using the oracles first. What does the person on your mind like about you? So the cards that came out for you guys are space. Then we have cow, which says give with unconditional love and grace. Door to romance. And we have wisdom. Just shift these a little bit. It's interesting that you guys chose group number 3, and maybe group 3 you guys have been seeing repeating 3 a lot as well. All right. One of the first things that the person on your mind really likes about you is how fiercely protective you are of your own independence, and how you value that in other people as well. Like, you're not the kind of person who will get very clingy. You're not the kind of person who constantly wants your partner around. You can't do anything unless and until your partner is around you. In fact, you might be a little bit of a hermit soul, honestly. You might be the kind of person who needs their own space at the end of the day, for some time at least, to recharge your social batteries, perhaps. Or maybe you have this dedicated time frame every day. Let's say that every day, between 7 to 8 p.m., you go to a separate room in the house and you just unwind, you relax, whether it is playing some instrument, whether it is writing something, whether it is reading a book, whether it is turning on some music and dancing. Whatever your idea of unwinding and relaxing is, you do that. And because it is your dedicated me time, you do not allow anybody to breach it. And they really like it. They like the fact that you understand the concept of having your own space and giving the other person their space as well. And this is especially if you are in a relationship with the person on your mind, or if you guys are considering getting into a relationship and right now you guys are just dating. Even if this is somebody with whom right now, the romance has just started, or this is just the talking stage going on, what they really like is that even if there are times when they're perhaps not able to get very prompt with their replies because they're busy at work or something, you understand that. Like, let's say that if you send them a message and if they did not reply almost immediately, you don't hound them with 10 other messages asking for an explanation. You wait for them to take their time and come back with a reply whenever they can, and it doesn't even matter to you. So this also tells us, of course, how secure you are as a person, and they really like that. Of course, apart from that, it seems like as a person, you are someone with a huge heart. You have unconditional love, not just romantic love, but platonic love, love for human beings, plants, animals, everything, everybody around you. In fact, group 3, I also heard that you might be the kind of person who was even named inanimate objects, and you have a special relationship with them. You might have named your car, you might have named your table, you might have named your chair, and you speak to them as if they have life. And this person has noticed that, and at first they were perplexed, like, what is group 3 doing? But once they got the hang of it, they thought that it was very cute, and they really liked it, they really appreciated it. It just further strengthened their belief in the fact that you are such a loving and caring person. There literally is nobody whom you've ever behaved incorrectly with. Like, you've never shouted at anyone, you've never screamed at anyone, you've never um, messed with anyone. That's just not how you are. It's not like you're not strong. You have strength, but you have that, what's the phrase for it? Quiet confidence. Yeah, you have that gentle strength. You have that quiet confidence, which the person on your mind really likes. You might also be somebody who's extremely, extremely intelligent, way, way ahead of everybody else when it comes to the way in which you think, the lines along which you're thinking, just in general, the solutions that you seem to come up with. They are so well thought of, so well articulated. They love it. In fact, especially if this is the kind of person who likes intelligent people, like how there are people who find intelligence very sexy. So I think this is one of those cases wherein the person on your mind loves, likes, admires your intelligence, your wisdom a lot. And interestingly, with door to romance over here, this has got less to do with who you are and more to do with how you make them feel, group 3. Because with door to romance over here, it seems like before you came into this person's life, they could have sworn of romance. They could have sworn that they would not get into a relationship with anybody, or they could have been very protective of their heart for any XYZ reason. Maybe they did not have a lot of luck in the past in their love life. But when you came in their life, when they started interacting with you, when they started being around you, it was almost as if all along you had the key to their locked heart and you set it free. And they cannot help but fall in love with you. They cannot help but, get that warm, fuzzy feeling for you and with you and when you're around them. So that's another reason why they like you, because you made them believe in love again. Okay, let's see what do your tarot cards have for us. So we've got the Page of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups. All right. I mentioned that you're not the kind of person who will fight with anybody or disrespect anybody or anything like that. However, because we have the Seven of Wands over here, this tells me, group 3, that when push comes to shove, you know how to give it right back. So some of you could have been drawn towards group 1 as well, or if you want to check out group 1, you can. But with the Seven of Wands over here, you don't give up without a good fight if it comes to it. It's not that easy for anybody to beat you, especially if they're getting into any sort of debate or a discussion with you, or if somebody tries to turn a discussion into a debate with you. Almost always that person will lose, because like I said, the knowledge that you possess cannot be beaten, and you are not the kind of person who will accept defeat just to maintain peace. Because yes, you have unconditional love to give, yes, you are very graceful, but you're not the kind of person who will give away, or who will let anybody have that easy victory over you, which is good. So they like this little sassy undertone to your personality, group 3. With the Page of Wands over here, another thing that the person on your mind really likes about you is how bold you are, how unafraid, unhinged even you can be at times. If you want something, you just go for it. If you want to do something, you just do it. Then, no matter how much opposition you're getting, no matter how many people are asking you not to do it, it wouldn't matter to you. So let's say that if you want to start your own business, and there are 10 people whom you've told that, and all 10 of them said that no, that it's a horrible idea, you have job security, why would you want to throw all of that away? But you wouldn't listen to them, and you'll go ahead, resign, and you'll start your own business. So it takes guts. And the fact that you have those guts, the fact that you have the ability to not just dream, but also then to take action towards your dreams, is something that not only inspires the person on your mind, but it is also something that they really like about you. Also, with the Six of Pentacles over here, the fact that you always put in equal effort, whether it is a friendship, whether it is a romantic connection, it is very evident by the way that you behave with all of those people that you're not taking anything or anybody for granted, that you are making the effort to reciprocate all of that love and all of that affection and all of that energy, which they greatly, like I said, appreciate. Especially if this is someone whom you've just entered into a relationship, or even if this is the talking stage that's going on, or even if right now it's just a crush situation. The fact that you guys match up their efforts, let's say that if today they initiate a conversation, then tomorrow you'll initiate a conversation. So you're not the kind of person who be like, it must always be them, I'm not going to do anything, if they want me they can come and get me. You don't have that kind of mindset, which they really like. And with the Nine of Cups over here, I'm getting two messages actually. The first message is that the reason why they like you so much is because you check all of their boxes. All the qualities that they'd ever dreamt of their ideal partner having, you have all of those qualities, whether it is your nature, your personality, your looks, your attitude, everything is perfect according to them. It's like they imagined what a perfect partner for them would be like, and then you came in their life. So it could have been very surreal for them at first. In fact, if you guys can recall, when you both came into each other's life for the first time, they could have had some issues opening up to you, they could have had some issues talking to you, or even when you would talk to them, half of the time it would feel like they were zoned out or they weren't paying attention, because they were in a state of disbelief, they were in a state of shock, that how is this even possible? It's like I manifested my ideal partner out of thin air. So that's a very, very big reason why they like you, because in their eyes, you are perfect group 3. And another reason over here, of course, with the Nine of Cups and the Page of Wands, again, I'm getting two messages actually. So the first one is that you don't just dream, you also take inspired action towards your dreams. And the second message is that apart from your wishes, the wishes of people who are important to you also matter a great deal to you. So, for example, let's say that you have some friend and you know what it is that they want for their birthday, but for some reason they're not able to afford it, but you know that this is something that they really desperately wanted. So you will do everything in your power to make sure that they get that gift, or to make sure that they get the kind of party that they want. So the fact that you act like this little um, fairy, like wish granting fairy godmother, something like that, and you make other people's wishes come true, is something that they find very, very endearing about you, and they really like it. All right, group 3, so these are all the messages that I have for you guys right now. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up, let me know down in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and hit the bell icon when you do so. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.